Hey, Sakuza, what's going on, man? I just received a book by Tina Logan about charting. Hey, man, it's a good book. Read it. Study it. Take notes. It's very clean. It's like, it's hard to describe, but it's a very clean read, you know what I mean? There's not much in that book that, like, really snags you. There's not a lot that, like, you struggle with, you know what I mean? So, read it, take notes, read it again. I've read it, like, 3 times already, probably even more than that. Probably 3 to 5 times. Because I don't read, like, once I've read the first time, I don't read every single word when I go back to reread it. I kind of skim through it and take what I want, basically. But yeah, dude, it's really clean. Very, very easy to understand. Her picture examples are perfect. It's a really good book. Hey, Skit, Sparks. All you guys, what's going on, guys? You guys all have names that start with S, and you're all in here first, man. I like it. We are actually in a long, guys. We are actually in a fucking long right now. The perma bear has entered a long position. Yeah, exactly, Sparks. I don't know, man. I don't know. You feeling okay? Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. We're up 2% of the account already on the long. It's a really scary place to long, though. Kind of just caught a wick. Red candles. Yeah, man. The fucking candles. The candles, man. We haven't seen red for a long time. And we're currently seeing red. Really weird, man. Really weird. The bulls were euphoric, man. They were euphoric. My favorite time to short is when the bulls are euphoric. You gotta bathe in the blood of the bulls. I'm having a really good day, man. Woke up. My Binance account is basically up over 20%. Tethered my entire Binance account at 12,700. So we are sitting pretty on our Binance account. By far my biggest account in crypto. And we are currently long on Bitcoin. I went and got my haircut. It was a nice haircut. Looks pretty good. I went to Chick-fil-A for lunch. I ordered a 4 count. I got 5 strips. I'm euphoric, man. Completely euphoric. Yeah, I'm long on M19. It actually closes in 14 hours, so I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to roll it over. I don't know what I should do. Should I roll it over to perpetual or should I... Oh, fuck no. Look at the funding right now. How is the funding still heavily towards the shorts? That doesn't make sense. How is the funding 0.3% to the shorts when we just saw a 20% drop? How does that make any sense? The funding, 26% drop, and the funding is going up. What? What? 0.3% funding rate for shorts, and then 0.27 after that. How? How does that make any sense? That's insane, dude. People are being paid to be right now. It's fantastic. Reminds me of the day I got a McFlurry and won a McFlurry at the same time. Nice. All I know is I'm full account short on Ethereum, only 1x short, but that funding, oh god, let's take a look. Jesus, 0.4% funding on Ethereum. Jeez, dude. How is the funding going up? That's gnarly, dude. The funding is rising while Bitcoin's tanking 30%. Okay, sure. Hey, Max, what's going on, man? Max, man, he called the top in my DMs. Give recognition where it's due. Max DM'd me when I said I was tethering my Binance account at 12.7. He's like, "Hey, dude, you should probably wait till 13.8." I hope you took that trade, Max, because that was a hell of a call, dude. Well done. This man DM'd me and said, "You know what? You should probably wait till 13.8." What a DM, dude. He gave me a golden ticket. It's like 1% a day better than BitConnect. Yeah, really, dude. BitMEX is the new BitConnect. Yeah, hell of a call, Max. All jokes aside, dude, hell of a call. Hopefully, you made some money on that. Hey, Seraphic, what's going on, man? Everybody in chat has an S in their name except for Max. Hey, Keytoy. Just pretend the 3 is an S. Yeah, right. Depict, what's going on, guys? Apologize about being a little late. I had to go get my haircut before stream. And the usual place that I go to went out of business. Didn't even realize. Dude, I'm like a curse to barbershops. All throughout my life until I was like, I don't know, like 14 maybe? 13 or 14. I went to the same barbershop. Literally since I was a child to when I was like 13. Then, it was probably around the '08 crisis or something. How old would I be in the '08 crisis? I would have been like 12. Yeah, that's probably about right. Probably around the '08 crisis. The barbershop that I went to went out of business. And they were actually replaced by another barbershop. Then they went out of business. They were replaced by another barbershop. They went out of business. I moved to another barbershop just recently down the street from my house. They just went out of business. And now I'm going to this barbershop even further away from my house. So I'm just like a plague, dude. I show up to these barbershops and they're fucking just closing house. Yeah, pay more for your haircuts, exactly, dude. So if you're just coming in, we actually are long on our comp account. It's definitely not because I left the order open and I completely forgot about it. It was definitely a planned long, 100%. So yeah, we have a long on June. We are long at 10,447 on June. Basically caught the bottom on June, pretty close to the bottom. Seraphic, I just saw your post in the Discord, and that's actually really scary. I don't even think I have a Telegram account. Let me see. I think I made one like way back when, but I never really used it. Yeah, I don't see a Telegram account on my phone. It's a good day to be a bear, 100%, man. 100%. I'm just filling my Doge bags. Been buying small amounts since we dropped to below 38 sats. Went big at 25. Doge. Wow, dude, Doge is actually going up. Look at that pivot failure, though. Perfect pivot failure. Also a perfect trail failure here. Ooh, that weekly, though. That's a long-term pivot. That weekly's resting on. Not bad, man. You could see like 45, 40. What's today? Today's Thursday? I don't want to make any promises, but I don't know if I should even say this. There may or may not be a major announcement on Monday. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to make any promises, but there may or may not be a major announcement on Monday. Sounded like Justin's son making an announcement for an announcement? Yeah, dude. Justin's son is like a huge fucking troll, dude. What a massive troll. He makes an announcement for the announcement of the announcement. Oh, the weekly's horrendous, dude. The weekly is a massive shooting star. It's also a red candle, too, if I turn the candles off here. Oh, I don't have my candle colors on. It's also a red candle. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. If you guys use my doji levels, what a treat this was. I went over this on stream a while back, probably a few weeks ago. If you guys remember. We talked about this doji level here and then this doji level here. But look at that, dude. Almost to the dollar. What a beauty. What a beauty. Our trend is finally starting to shift. If you invert the chart, it's very bullish. Yeah, you're not wrong, dude. We've broken the 200, retested the 200, still failing. You have a lot of buy pressure though. Look at the wicks here. You have a ton of buy pressure here. Ton of buy pressure. Look at the 5-minute shift though. You can see a clear shift in trend here. Just looking at moving averages. This is the beauty of moving averages in hindsight. Moving averages are like the greatest hindsight indicators you can possibly have. But you can see like clear trend up. And then you start to, you obviously have that failure. You start to get tangled. And then you have that clear downshift here. And now we're just downtrending. We haven't begun to downtrend on the higher time frames though, so we're still in a bull market. Still in a bull market, obviously. But on the lower time frames, we are clearly shifting trend into a downward cycle. So just know that you will be looking at a downward trend for a little bit here until we recover. If you guys watched my stream yesterday, we did say that I was looking for a lower high here to short. Sadly, I didn't get filled here. This would have made us... We would have made a shit ton of money on our comp account. We would have had up minimum 10-20%. But if you guys watched the stream, I said I was looking for a lower high to short. We had that lower high, but it just barely entered my zone. It missed my short by $100. I started laddering my shorts around 13,400 to like 13,600. This is where I started laddering my shorts. And I also had some shorts up at like 13.8, just in case we like wicked up. But sadly, we didn't have enough buy pressure. We just barely entered the zone and then failed downward. So I could have FOMO'd into this, obviously. I could have FOMO'd in, but on a higher time frame, it really didn't give you too much of a chance to FOMO in. You could have FOMO'd in around like the doji break, probably around like 12,500. But that's just a little scary at the time, you know what I mean? In hindsight, it's good, but at the time, it's a little scary. If this is the dip, I'm not missing the long-term position buy again. Yeah, I'm already long right now. I think we have much farther to go, but I'm long on a small swing trade. I'm not planning on holding this long forever, obviously. But I am long on a small swing trade. Is this in strict mode? It is. Let's turn it off. Strict mode, see what we got. Hey, Dave. You think Libra is gonna kill... You think Libra is gonna kill today? You might need to retype that, man. I think you misspelled some things there. I'm kind of missing your message. You think Libra is gonna kill day today? Use crypto like... Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Could you rephrase? There were bear divergences of both fast and slow lines, but prior to the breakdown on the Momo, or prior to the breakdown on the Momo, 5 minute. Yeah, dude, there was bear divs on the Momo all over the place. All over the place. We had a bear div on the 15 minute, which called the top basically. We had a on the hourly. We had a bear div on the 30 minute. We had no bear div on the 15, so the 15 was clean. Yeah, 5 minute, perfect bear div. 5 minute, perfect bear div here. Very nice bear div here, causing that failure. You had the bottom warning down here, popped up. You had a top warning here. Another bottom warning. Another top warning. It's calling these bottoms like crazy. Bottom warning. This bottom got failed. This bottom was good. Another top. This bottom had a bull div. Popped up. This bottom had a bull div. Popped up. And now we have another bull div. This is the great part about using the Momo histogram. Bull div, pop. Bull div, pop. Bull div, pop. Don't have a bull div here, but we have a double buy. Bull div here, pop. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Do you think Libra will kill day-to-day cryptos such as BCH and Ethereum? I don't think so. I think there's a hatred for Facebook. And I think they're going to receive just as much hate as like Ripple receives from the crypto community. Now, they're not going to receive that from most likely the institutional money or the smart money, but the retail traders, they're most likely going to receive that same hate that Ripple gets. Because Facebook is a horrendous company when it comes to like privacy or everything that crypto stands for. And I think most retail investors that invest in crypto, they understand that. And I don't think they're going to receive a lot of money and a lot of investment from retail traders. Crypto will hate in it until it starts making people silly money, then they'll jump on it. Yes, 100%. You're going to have the investors that were kind of like me when it came to Ripple. I knew Ripple was hated. I didn't really like Ripple too much as a company, but I knew Ripple was going to be a good investment. And that's why I threw so much money at it back in 2017. In my opinion, Facebook has lots of users, but most users don't use Facebook anywhere near as much as they did in the past. I only use it for keeping in touch with old family members. So the thing with Facebook is their demographic has shifted heavily. Their demographic used to be for young people, like millennials. Their demographic is no longer millennials. I can't tell you, I could probably name the amount of my friends that use Facebook on one hand. All of my friends have moved to like Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Facebook has become a boomer platform. And what do we know about boomers? They don't give a fuck about cryptocurrency. Where do you think we will start to recover, in your opinion? So if this continues, obviously on the daily, I'm looking at for like 10K to 995. I think if this is like an extremely powerful dip, or like an extremely powerful bull parabola, where the dips are going to get bought up heavily, I think a big amount of buyers will come in around this area here, this SR flip. You can see a clear SR flip here around this like 9.8 to like 8.8. So if this is a very, very strong uptrend and the buyers want to come in for the big dip, you're going to see a lot of buys coming around this range. That also lines up with this SR flip on the weekly. Now, if we start into a more of a downtrend, you could see a test of like this lower doji here, the point of origin. So if we look for the point of origin of this impulse, the point of origin of this impulse is down around 7.8. So if we want to retrace to the point of origin, we'll have to break through the 618. If we break through the 618, which will line up with the 618 will line up with, this is currently the buy zone, and that's where I currently have, I'm long from. So I'm long from the buy zone. If we break the 618, which is around 10,000, about 10,000 even, then that will lead us to a point of origin retrace. If it leads to a point of origin retrace, it will lead to around 7,800. So we would have to have a definitive SR flip of the 618 to receive that point of origin. Until the 618 is broken, you will not see that, or until its 618 is SR flipped, this is out of the question. I would look for a low attempt to grab this zone here and then retrace back into the highs. If we can SR flip the 618, then you can look for that lower level. But until you SR flip, this is out of the question. Libra investment tokens lit. That's funny. Their users grow up and no younger people join. Exactly. Boomers don't care about crypto, but they saw the people that made money on it. They will get suckered into investing in Libra. Yeah, but boomers are not going to have... So boomers are much older than millennials, obviously. And millennials, as investing goes, the younger you are, the more risky you can be, right? And cryptocurrency is about as risky as it gets. Boomers are not going to put their life savings or a shit ton of money into these cryptocurrencies. So even if they invest, they're not going to invest that much money. If it's a stable coin, it will literally live within the Facebook community. What do you think about the 4-hour 200 EMA it has shown support in the past? That is around 92. Yeah, we could see. Right now we're testing the 72 moving average. This is why I love the 72 so much. The 72 is beautiful. We're currently testing the 72 on the 4-hour. The daily 200 is at 63. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that. I'm a perma bear and you're not going to see that. Butters tip of the day. Don't forget your stop loss. Arthur will love you. Yeah, I have a stop loss at 10,150. I'm currently long on June at 10,447. I've heard of a few people wanting to buy in around 8.5 or so. 8.5 is going to be a stretch. 8.5 is going to be a stretch. Oops, sorry, I just cut off the music. My bad, my bad. Yeah, so guys, even after all of our losses, we are currently green on June. We're not green on the comp account. We're still down about 8% on the comp account. But my overall trading, my overall crypto fund, my money, is green for June, which is actually fucking incredible. If I sound like I'm in a good mood, that's why. Because I did not think... there was no chance in my mind that we were going to close June green. Now, we still have some time to fuck up our June and make it red again, but For right now, we're green on June. And that makes me very happy. Oh, fuck, Butter. What happened, man? Did you forget a stop loss and get wrecked? Butter, I forgot that I had a buy order on June. And I went to go get my haircut and get lunch, and I looked at my fucking my bot in Discord, and my bot said I bought contracts. And I was like, fuck, dude, what do you mean I bought contracts? Am I getting wrecked? But thankfully, I bought contracts at 10,400, so I did very well. I'm like catching the bottom right now. And thankfully, I remembered to put a stop loss in, so it's pretty good. Yep, nuked my year-long account. Fuck, dude. That sucks, man. F's in chat, man. F's in chat for Butter. That sucks, dude. That's rough, man. Hopefully it wasn't that much money. We can make it back, obviously. We're in a massive bull market. If you're ready to trade some alts, dude, when the alt season starts, you'll be able to make it back, no problem. Don't know when the alt season will start, but when it does start, you'll be able to make it back, man. Don't let it bring you down. Buy zone around 7.2. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. I see what you're going for. The edge of the cloud and everything, but maybe an SR flip of these highs. I don't think it's going to be that easy, though. I think people are all looking at this like lower 8,000 range, this lower like 7,000 range. I think that's what's the word? Wishful thinking. I think that's wishful thinking. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think they're going to make it a lot harder on us than that. My dad is a boomer. My old man gave me cash after we peaked at 20K, asking me to invest it for him. Boomers may not invest all their money. If the average investment is 5K, only 400K people need to invest to make 2 billion. Trust me, they will sell out. I just don't see it, man. I think Libra's going to be a big disappointment. I could be wrong, but I think Libra's going to be a massive disappointment. I think we slow grind into September. Not much, $500 or so. Took it up to about 3K, back to 0. Fuck, man. That's rough, dude. Yeah, you just need a long break after that. Take a break, come back when the market's being stable, and you might be able to get into the alt season when it happens. But yeah, that's rough, man. I've only liquidated one account since I started crypto. I nearly liquidated my gamble account, which was only about $300. It was my DRGN account. I've nearly liquidated that, dicking around. But yeah, I've only liquidated one account so far. But it definitely does not feel good, man. I think it's something that every trader needs to experience at least once. They need to experience the feeling of getting liquidated and just being like, holy fuck, I really messed up, and like how do I make sure this never happens again? I'm going to be targeting this 11,300 level, this doji, this point of origin doji, for my long here. We're currently up about nearly 3% of the account. Poggers, why do you think Libra will be a massive disappointment? I just don't see it succeeding, man. I think just too many people hate Facebook. I think they're just coming at a really weird time. And their coin is really nothing fancy, man. Their coin is nothing fancy at all. Compared to coins that we already have on the market that basically do exactly what Libra does. I haven't spent, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, obviously. I have not spent a shit ton of time investing research time into this Libra coin. But I think Facebook is just trying to dip its feet into a market that they have no real business in this market, you know what I mean? They're just trying to dip their feet in crypto and take a piece of the market share. And I think a lot of people see right through them. Come on, man, they got taken down right when they launched. They launched and got taken down immediately. What was it, the financial task force or whatever the hell it was? How's that smart business though? They posted a coin without getting any sort of permission, or they didn't have any research done by these financial task force, these people that are in charge. They didn't think that they were gonna get taken down. They thought they were just gonna be able to release and nothing was gonna happen. They basically released a stable coin that's pretty much a security token, and they know that the United States hates security tokens when it comes to cryptocurrency, and they thought they were just gonna be able to slide it in the marketplace without having any problem. I don't know. I've seen a ton of memes on Twitter. People think this Libra coin's gonna be helpful for the market. I just don't see it. I'll be the 11th man, and I'll be the guy who says, you know what, guys, it just doesn't look too good to me. I know a lot of younger kids hate Facebook, but they love Instagram, which Facebook owns. Not really, man. A lot of my friends have been shifting away from Instagram. The only thing that my friends and like the people my age have been using Instagram for are like the stories. The Instagram stories. Instagram's worse than Facebook, man. Instagram's that app where if I say something right now, if I'm talking about like, I don't know, fucking Game of Thrones or something, I'll be talking about something. Instagram listens to your phone, and if you pull up Instagram, it will start showing you advertisements for shit that you were talking about. This is proven, guys. Don't try to bullshit me in chat. This is proven. Instagram has the right to listen to your phone and listen to what you're saying and provide ads to your Instagram according to what they think is good for you. Yeah, I get it, Sparks. I know when you refer to younger, I understand you're talking about like teenagers and stuff. But I'm still a part of one of the biggest generations that have economical impact. The millennials have a massive economical impact to our economy. I agree. I've experienced this with Instagram. Everybody has, man. Dude, I had a time where I was watching a movie. And it had a lot of Spanish speaking in it. It was like the majority of the movie was Spanish. And I was watching the movie, right? And I was on my phone. It was like in my living room. I was just playing with my phone while watching the movie. And it was mainly a Spanish speaking movie. I go on Instagram after the movie, and I'm getting Spanish ads. Ads that are in Spanish. The lettering, the captions are in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I've never written a single Spanish word into my phone. And I'm getting ads with Spanish captions because I was watching a Spanish movie. That's some fucking creepy ass Big Brother shit, man, if you ask me. That's some weird shit. Yeah, I know Google does it too, but we're talking about Facebook. We could sit here and do this all day and say like this company does it, this company does it, this company does it, but we're talking about Facebook, and Facebook is one of the biggest perpetrators of using your data against you, basically. Google as well. Google and Facebook combined are basically Big Brother in 1988. George Orwell's Big Brother, that's basically Facebook and Google. They've already caught Alexas and shit listen to people. There's tons of weird-ass stories of Alexas listening to people. We have an Alexa that we got for like a giveaway. We haven't even opened the box. We haven't even set that thing up yet. Poggers, I don't really want to get into it, man. There's, like, I could sit here and look up articles and show you what I'm talking about, but I don't really care that much, man. We're getting completely off topic. I'm sure if people in chat want to look up articles for what I'm talking about, you guys can let me know and I'll give you permission to post them. But I'm not really worried about it. Yep, key toy, yep. Any chance for VWAP at least? Let's take a look. Where's VWAP? Okay, Google, where's the drugs? That'd be so funny, dude. The cops come into the house. Alexa, where's he hiding the drugs? His drugs are under the mattress on the right side. That'd be some funny shit, man. Holy hell. VWAP 11.8? Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Oh, look at these fucking levels. Where'd these levels come from? Easy, dude. Don't even remember drawing these levels, but they work. Easy. Did you hide them under the sink again? First bottom I caught feels like same here, man. It's the first bottom I've caught in a long time. Little bull div here, slight bull div. Hopefully we don't do whatever we did again. I went off. There's nothing to do with trading, like Deja says, alt season. There's a ton of weird-ass stories with the Google Homes and, like, the Alexas. Like, there was one story, I don't know if it was true or not, but I read a small article about a man was beating his wife, and the Alexa in the room called the cops when he heard the wife, like, in distress. When the Alexa heard the wife was in distress, it called the cops. And she didn't tell it to call the cops, it just called the cops. Have you guys heard about that story? Does anybody in chat know if that's real or not? This was probably like last year. It was a while ago. I don't spend too much time looking into those kind of articles because most of the time they're bullshit. No, that is a good thing, Keytoy. It's a good thing, but it still shows you that they're listening to you at all times, basically. Definitely a good thing. Flair, it's a good thing because the man was beating his wife and the fucking bot called the cops on him. Of course that's a good thing. Hopefully the cops came in and beat the shit out of the dude. I remember the UK was going to put that technology in a lamppost. Next time I might call the tax man. Yeah, right, Keytoy? The fucking Alexa would hear you talking about dodging taxes. Yeah, man, I'm a crypto trader. I don't pay any taxes. Alexa calls the IRS. You're fucked. You're being audited within 72 hours. And dude, we're laughing about this shit, but it's gonna be like that in like 10 years, dude. 5 or 10 years, everything you say is gonna be used against you. No, 100% Flair. Like we said, dude, it's not the fact that the Alexa's listening to him is not a good thing. The fact that the Alexa called the cops and maybe saved that woman's life is a good thing. You got to look at the silver lining in that situation. Today they listen to what you say so they can sell you ads and see what interests you. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. Today they're not doing too much. Today they're not using too much data against you. They're just mainly using it to sell shit. Mainly marketing purposes. But there are companies like I don't even know how do we get into this? There are companies like the Ancestry.com, the 23 chromosomes. Those companies, it's in their terms of service, their terms and conditions. They are allowed to sell your data to other companies to use for what, like labs and shit. They're allowed to sell your DNA, your data of your DNA and your ancestry data to these labs to do studies on. Oh, 100% they listen to phone calls, man. They're allowed to. It's in the, if you're a US citizen, they're allowed to. It's in the Patriot Act. You guys are probably listening to me, you think I'm a massive conspiracy theorist and I hate the government and I believe everything I hear. I used to be a pretty big conspiracy theorist. I definitely don't like the government that much. But I'm pretty well educated when it comes to these types of topics. Yeah, hockey. It's funny as shit. I was literally just talking about this probably a few weeks ago with my friends. The Xbox Connect consoles, they were so ahead of their time that when they released, people would buy them just to take them apart, which was technically illegal, or like it was against. Basically, you could be sued pretty severely by Microsoft for what they were doing. They were buying the Kinects, taking them apart, using their camera systems and their full body motion systems to put on like drones and like all these other kinds of tech gadgets, because these fucking systems were so advanced compared to what was on the market already. People were buying these Kinects like crazy to just use them for their parts. They weren't even using them as a gaming console. They can listen to whatever they like. I never spell out my private keys. That's true. Type in Y in your address bar and come again. Not sure what you mean. Also, those TVs that filmed you, Samsungs. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. The smart TVs. We have your internet history. Would you like to change your story? Yeah. Have you guys read Brave New World? If you have not read Brave New World and you're in my chat right now, highly recommend reading that book. It is a fucking classic. It's kind of creepy because it was written a long time ago and it's pretty fucking spot on for the way that we're going right now. The same thing with 1984. If you haven't read 1984, I highly advise you to read Brave New World and to read 1984. Brave New World was written in 1931. Fucking Brave New World was written in 1931, dude. Read that book. I shit you not. It is very accurate to what is going on in today's world. Yeah, Key Toy, dude, you'll love it, dude. It's a classic. It's a classic. It's written by Aldous Huxley. Which, come on, dude, that guy's got a badass name. The guy's name is Aldous Huxley. It's probably Aldous, or you probably pronounce it a different way in European, but he is a pretty damn good author. In China, they already have your status is too low, you can't ride a train. Yeah, I know, dude. That shit in China is scary, man. That shit in China is scary. We're gonna come test this gap. Watch this gap be tested here. This is the value area low gap. Brave New World seems to be an audiobook, 8 hours on YouTube. Yeah, check it out, man. Fantastic. It's a fantastic book. I need to reread it. I haven't read it in a long time. Completely off topic, but another great book. If you guys like George R. Martin's style writing, he's the guy who did Game of Thrones, read Fever Dream. It's written the European way, so it's R-E instead of E-R. Fever Dream. Fantastic book. It's probably one of my favorite books. Long ass books with too much backstory? No. Brave New World is it's good throughout. Are you talking about Game of Thrones? I got you. I haven't read Game of Thrones books. I've only watched the show. But if they're anything like the show, I'm sure they're really good. Anything like the show before season 8, we're not going to talk about that fucking abomination. That is a disgrace. Those directors should fucking lose their jobs after that season. What a disgrace to that season. Or what a disgrace to that show. It's so fucking disrespectful what they did to Game of Thrones. So disrespectful. They're both tremendous books. In the UK, they've been laying the groundwork for secret courts for years. Essentially, it's so the authorities can use their surveillance against you and prosecute you, but they don't have to reveal the evidence against you, as it may breach official secrets. Yeah, that's fucking dog shit, dude. How did the publishers let it air like that? It's absolute jokes, dude. Absolute jokes. That show, that season was a disgrace. I will not watch it again. I've watched almost every season of Game of Thrones like 3 or 4 times. I've seen every episode of season 8 one time. I do not plan on ever rewatching them. Complete and utter dog shit. And I'm a massive Game of Thrones fan. Like, I've got posters and shit in my room of Game of Thrones. Like, I'm a massive Game of Thrones fan. And I can tell you that season was dog shit. Seven already felt like a fast forward, 100%, dude. They got a call from Disney. They're just like, oh, hey, you guys want to come do Star Wars? You guys want to stop doing Game of Thrones for the rest of your lives and just come work with us on Star Wars? Yeah, we'll pay you a shit ton of money. Oh, what was that? You should probably be doing 10 seasons of Game of Thrones. Oh, no, you could probably just speed it up to 8 seasons, or maybe even, you know what, probably 7.5 should do. Yeah, 7.5 sound good. Yeah, okay. No, the writing doesn't have to be good. It can be complete dog shit. Yeah, we'll still give you a job. Okay, yeah, cool. See you then. Like, fuck, man. Holy shit. They got a call from Disney. Disney said, hey, you want to come work on Star Wars? And they just completely destroyed Game of Thrones. Watch that video. If you think like the fans are overreacting, there's tons of videos on YouTube where it shows the actors who play all the characters in the show. Watch their reactions when they're reading the script. Yeah, exactly, Flair. They openly hated this season. Oh my god. Complete dog shit. It's so disappointing because that show went on for so long. Like, when did it start? Like, almost 10 years? Like, fuck, dude. It's been like 8 or 9 years. And you get all the way to the end, you just have to give us a good ending. And you just rush it so you can go work on other things. If I was like a big studio, I would never hire them. They would not see a dollar from me after seeing how they treated the last season of Game of Thrones. They would never be getting a dollar out of my pocket. Oh, George doesn't give a fuck. I think George likes it, honestly. I think George is happy. Because they ruined the show, so now people want to know how he's going to end the books. And he's already seen how people react. So now he can end the books however the fuck he pleases to please the people. And he's going to make a shit ton of money on the books, man. I guarantee you he will make a shit ton of money on the books. They will be flying off the shelves when he releases them. If you guys are just coming in, we're just kind of chit-chatting. I'm currently in a long from 10,447 on June. It's a pretty small position. Pretty small position. I'm long from here on June. Basically caught the bottom, so we're looking pretty good. Almost same entry here too. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I'm currently reading a few books. I'm reading the Darker Shade of Magic series with my girlfriend. We're co-reading that, and then I'm reading A Millionaire Mind by, I don't know who it's by. Let me check. By Thomas J. Stanley, PhD. It's called A Millionaire Mind. It's a pretty good book. Is it A Millionaire Mind or The Millionaire Mind? It's The Millionaire Mind. I think if you're a trader, you should definitely read, man. You gotta work on the brain. It's funny, we were talking about Game of Thrones. As Tyrion Lannister said in Game of Thrones, what did he say? He said, this is probably a quote from an actual historian, not actually from Game of Thrones. But he said, a mind needs books like a blade needs a whetstone or a whitestone. Whetstone, yeah, whetstone. I always pronounce that wrong. Whetstone. Whetstone. What about logic puzzles? Yeah, puzzles, like Sudokus, crosswords, anything, man. It all works. You want to work on the brain? I recommend reading like charting books or like trading psychological books for trading every now and then, just to get you back on the right track. Chat with Traders podcast are really good to help your mindset. Seraphic, did one of you guys grab that guy before I could? That's so funny. I don't know if that was Seraphic or Keytoy, but well done. That was good. Good catch. Market Wizards. Oh yeah, Keytoy. I forgot to check which book I have. Wait, hold on. It's right next to me. Let me check real fast. Oh, never mind, Keytoy. Mine's called The Whiz Kid of Wall Street. It's not Market Wizards. Mine's called The Whiz Kid of Wall Street. Weekly candle turn green, pump the Ponzi. Trade it in now. I got all these books for free. I've talked about this lady on stream a bunch. She's a big trader that my dad basically rebuilt her entire house. And I talk to her pretty often. Not a lot lately, but back then I did. And she gave me like all of her old trading books because she doesn't need them anymore. That's where I got the getting started in candlestick charting and whatnot. Is the weekly actually turning green? It is green, yeah. It doesn't really matter if this is green or red. It has to like retrace all the way to like 12.5 to not be a hideous candle. Look at how ugly this candle is compared to every other candle. This is one of the worst weekly candles we've ever seen. This may be the, not in percentage terms, but in just how the candle looks, this may be the worst weekly candle besides this one. Besides this candle or this candle, this may be the worst weekly candle we see on this chart. Failing the pivot here. Failing the pivot. Whoever messaged me on TradingView, I'll take a look at it. Give me a second. Your name doesn't come up for some reason. Your name is not coming up. It's really irritating. I think I got you. No, I didn't get you. Fuck, I just added some random person to the Momo. Oops. Hey, your name's not coming up. I'm trying to add you. Yeah, I'll try again in a little bit, man. Your name's not coming up on TradingView. I don't know if you're watching or not. Let's see. Still got a few days left. Yeah, we still have a few days. It's only Thursday, so it closes on Sunday. So we're gonna have like 3 days. Rising stars into bearish engulfing candles are the new bull market, or the new bull pattern. Yeah, Keytoy, that's a classic. I haven't read that one. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I've read that one. But I've heard that one a lot too. All right, so now that we're breaking out of this pattern here, I'm gonna raise my stop loss. My stop loss is now slightly in profit to 10,521. So slightly below these dojis right here. Did you learn anything about dealing with bias after how you were thinking last night? I saw a decent bear setup, uptrend line broken and retested, but I struggled to pull the trigger going short. No, actually, I was tweeting, my bias, it makes my bias worse when my bias is validated. So, like I was tweeting, I said, I would have preferred if this went all the way to 20k and just obliterated my bearish bias. But what did I tell you guys? I told you guys that it was massively extended. I've been shorting it all the way up. I was looking for a candle just like this. I said that if we saw a lower high, it was going to die. So basically, everything that I said about this dying came true. And because of that, it validates my bearish bias, which makes it hard to drop my bearish bias. Right now, I'm currently long, and I long the bottom. So just because I have a bearish bias doesn't mean I can't make money on the long side. It makes it a lot harder to make money on the long side. But it's hard to break a bias when I constantly get validated. You know what I mean? Once again, this is my biggest trade of the year, and it's a short trade. So it's like, fuck, man. It's rough. The lower high basically destroyed us right after we saw that massive failure downward. This became a dead cat bounce. This was very easy to predict because when you have these massive candles, it cleans the order book. If it's a clean order book, it's very easy to have a dead cat. So once the order book is clean, you have a dead cat bounce up. It's a sucker's rally. People are taking profit on their shorts and people are trying to long the dip. But because the sell pressure is so heavy, it becomes a failure, a lower high. And then you fail downward. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And now we're starting to break that lower high structure. Suckers rally, man. Suckers rally. Because when you are on a slant platform, if you throw a ball from step 1, it's going to fail. Step 2 or 3. Not sure what you're talking about. I shorted the bear flag last night. Nice. I had my shorts at 14.2. Rip. Yeah, I had my shorts. Dude, my shorts were at 13.4 to 13.6, and I had a little bit at 13.8. So I missed this zone by like $100. Sucks. But it's alright. I tethered my entire Binance account at 12.7. So from 12.7, we're already up. We were up like 20%. Now we're up like 13. The Bulls were in Euphoria, now the Bears are in Euphoria. What is your profit target on your long? I'm looking for this doji right here. Around like 11,300 to like 11,100. This point of origin doji. I can go ahead and mark it. We're looking for this right here. Think 600 is too greedy? No, I could see 600. Like this doji, or like this doji. Yeah, I could see that. I'm not going to take 100% profit on 11.3. We'll see how it reacts. I'm gonna hold it as long as our trend is green. We're currently green on 15, green on 5. We're red on 30, red on an hour, red on 2 hour. So yeah, short term, I'm gonna hold it as long as the 5 and 15 are green. So here's our goal now, guys. So our goal, now that we saw a massive dip, and you guys better hold me to this. So the goal of the comp account was to what? Work on my trend trading, right? What did we fail at epically? Working on our trend trading. We failed epically, did not trend trade, basically reversal traded the entire time. So now our goal is, now that we have this very helpful indicator that helps us trend trade, when the 4 hour flips green, if we're above the trail, we are going to long, and we are going to hold the long until we flip red under the trail, or at least like a strong trail is broken. So we're going to follow this trail basically all the way up. And every time that we get a dip buy, we're going to dip buy. And every time we get a sell, we're going to take profit. Or every time we flip red, we're going to take profit. But you can see that if you just took a trade when this flipped green and gave you good confirmation above trend, you would have made 77%. So obviously it's not going to be this easy, but that's what we're going to look for. And we have a pivot coming in here. We have a 4 hour pivot coming in. So we could see a dead cat bounce, probably around 11.3, 11.6. We'll see how it goes. Currently have an evening star forming. More of a hanging man. And we have a pivot forming. So we have a little bit of resistance coming in. Yeah, I'm not selling everything there either. Yeah, I wouldn't take full profit, obviously. If you're in a really good long position, you don't want to just let it go. What is this indicator, Deja? I've seen it, but I've never caught what it is. It's just a trend. It's an indicator that we designed to help follow trend. So the candle colors are green for bullish bias, red for bearish bias, gray for neutral bias, and we have pivots for pivotal levels that act as support and resistance. And we have buy the dip warnings and sell the pullback warnings. I don't think we have any sell the pullbacks on the daily. Yeah, like these. Like sell the pullback or buy the dip. So it's basically it's helping you follow trend. So like you had a buy the dip here, buy the dip there. The 4 hour has been very good with buy the dip. You had all buy the dip here. This is what I'm working on getting rid of with my strict function. We're getting there. So that would be gone with my strict function. But yeah, these pivots act as support or strong breakout levels. Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, stuff like that. It's going to help you follow trend. Like this was a beautiful, almost to the dollar buy the dip. So this told you to buy at whatever that is right there, like 11,650. So these are triggered on the wicks. These are triggered on the wicks. If the wick hits the trail, it's going to trigger. So like on these, it triggered 3 times. Trigger, trigger, trigger. You couldn't buy the dip if you didn't have it placed, but if you had it placed on the trail flare, you would have got filled. And sadly, this is what I've been waiting for a long time. I told you guys on stream I was waiting for that 4 hour fucking trail. I've been waiting for it for a long time. And throughout all the commotion, I forgot about it. And I missed that trade. So these, I've gone over this on stream. I'm working on getting rid of these. So what it likes to do is when it's shifting trend, right before it fully shifts, it likes to give you those buy the dip warnings. So I'm working on getting rid of these. Those should be gotten rid of pretty soon. I'm going to add on a small piece to our position here if we pull back. I should have added on this pullback and this pullback. $15 minutes starting to look a little ugly. It's actually pretty good, actually. As long as it maintains this upper range. $20 SMA reclaimed on the 15-minute Bollinger Band. Nice. When will it be available? It's going to be available once we launch the Discord. There's going to be a free version for the Discord members, and there's going to be a paid version. The free version is going to be just the candle colors, and the paid version is going to be everything else. Pretty strong trend here. I don't like the failure on this trend. The second it touched it, it failed. If we close below this line here, I'm going to close my long. If we close below this line, I'm going to close my long. If we break above this line, I'm going to add on to my long. Gotta go to work early again this morning, later. Hey, Keto, have a good day, man. Or have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow, most likely, Keto. Have a good one. Always a pleasure. Funny thing, we were just talking about Game of Thrones and the directors and how bad they were. I pull up Twitter and it says, Game of Thrones showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss are coming to San Diego Comic-Con. And everybody in the comments are like, holy fuck, these guys are brave, dude. These guys are going to get jumped. They're probably going to have massive security. I swear I want live footage of this public execution. Jesus. Somebody said the Reigns of Castamere start playing. Dude, honestly, they are not going to get a warm welcome at Comic-Con. They better have some security. Because there's going to be a lot of angry nerds. Gonna be like a Game of Thrones wedding. There's a cluster of resistance here. 200 EMA, VWAP, and the POC. This would be a good place to look for a sell around 11,800 to 11,700. It also lines up with the hourly equilibrium. We just had a cross on the 5-minute. The 12 and 72 have crossed. They have not crossed since 12,800. Did you hear about the guy who shouted out the ending to the nerds outside the Avengers movie? They beat the shit out of him? No, I didn't hear about that. That's funny, man. What an idiot. Okay, so if we're bullish here, we need to break through this pivot very soon. Because when you form these pivots, let me see if I can show you an example. So same thing like we saw on the downside. So if it's a strong downtrend, you're going to form the pivot and you're going to like swing through it. Pivot, swing through it. Pivot, swing through it. So you want to see that on the upside. Kind of like here. Where you form the pivots, you swing through them. Swing through them. Looks pretty good here. Oof, I said that too early. The 1 minute's failing the trend again. Oh, there we go. Get above the trend. If it breaks these highs, I'll add on for the breakout. I don't typically momentum trade, but we'll momentum trade this. Alright, it's a full candle outside here. I'm going to add on. I'm going to add on slightly. I'm going to move my stop to above break even. So my stop loss is now at 10,740. My average is 10,618. I can actually raise my stop way higher. I could raise my stop to like 9,700. So it looks like we're getting faked out here. I can raise my stop to like 10,960. So below this trend line. Yeah, we're getting faked out. This is why I haven't been momentum trading lately, because you get fake outs like that. I raised my stop loss to 10,945, so below this wick here. This looks pretty good. The hourly is like fully breaking this trend line. You're about to hit your trail on the 30 minutes, so we'll see how it reacts to the trail on the 30. Nope, 30 minutes starting to reject. It's really fighting here. Look at this. It's trying to get sold off here, but it keeps getting bought up. I don't know if I really want to give up that much profit. I might just put my stop loss below the trail. No, I don't, Paradigm. Setting a stop limit above the trend line? Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I like this. I'm going to add on a little bit more here. I like what we're seeing. I'm going to try to limit this one in, so I don't have to keep paying fees. This is the one time it's not going to give it to me. It's going to fucking move up really fast. Every time I try to limit, it doesn't get filled. Just one of those things, man. Now, here's the weird thing that I'm doing. I'm trading June, but I'm looking at the perpetual chart. I don't advise doing this. Typically, you want to chart the thing that you're trading, but I'm not doing that currently. Alright, I got filled on my little pullback there, so I just added another piece. I'm gonna raise my stop loss to below this pivot here. Oh, I need to find this on the June chart. June's actually cleaner. June's like a clean uptrend. Yeah, so June, I should put mine at like 11,000 probably. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at 11,000. I do not want to give up a lot of profit here because this is a bearish trend. I'm basically reversal trading this trend. Oh yeah, where's that trend on June? Let's see. Oh, so we're not above it on June. June's worse. No, June's still failing it. Alright, we're gonna watch June here. We're gonna watch June here. So I was adding early. I was adding early on June because I was watching Perpetual. Perpetual's fully over it. Perpetual's fully over the trend. $50 minutes turning green. Very nice micro pullback break as well. I'm going to add on another small piece here. All right, I'm not going to add any more. I'm not going to add any more until we have confirmation. I'm going to raise my stop loss to below this doji. 11,050. If you're wondering why I'm tightening my stop loss so much, it's because I'm momentum trading. If I momentum trade trend breaks like this, I raise my stop loss pretty quickly. Very nice volume coming in on the breakout. 15-minute closes in 5 minutes. My average is now 10,730. Stop loss 11,050 in profit. We're up almost 5% on the account. Yeah, this is a clean break. Unless this is a fake out, this is going to be a nice move. You ever use cross? I only use cross. Only use cross. I never use anything but cross. So on MEX, the higher my profits go, the further the position margin bar goes up. If it gets all the way over, do I get closed? Position margin. No, so it's adding to your position margin because cross uses your profits as part of your position. It's hard to describe, but cross is using your profits as part of your position size. It's getting faked out here. Getting faked out. My trail is at 11,048. I do not want to get out of this trade, but I'm not going to give up too much profit. We should not be losing momentum here. This is breaking a very long-term trend. If this was a clean break, you should see a lot of buyers coming in. We're not seeing that. So, we're going to raise our stop below the trend, which would... This invalidates my trade. So, a lot of the mistakes that I've been making is I raise my stop loss too tight on stream. This one is valid because this idea that I'm trading currently is a momentum trade of a trend break. My stop loss is back below that trend that we are breaking. So if we retrace to my stop loss, we are invalidating the trend break. And that is where I want to get out of my trade. This is an ugly candle. The trend is being rejected. You have a 1 minute pivot. That dip buy was very nice there. Let's see if it gives you another dip buy here. If it breaks this trail, it's going to start to invalidate. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Paradigm, but I don't know exactly. So like that red bar is if you lose that entire trade. So like if you get liquidated on that whole, well, if you get liquidated, you're going to lose the entire account. But that is the amount of your balance plus your profits that are going into that trade, because cross uses your profits as part of your margin. I don't know exactly why it does that, so I can't really explain it. We almost hit the trail. It didn't give you that dip buy because the trail wasn't hit. $15-minute looks clean. We're regaining the trend here. You're green on the 15. One minute failing. Could be a lower high. Trading this is for gamblers? Nah, man, we caught a bottom, dude. We caught the bottom. We're building into it. We were long from here. 10,447. We caught the wick right here. On the lowest candle, we caught the wick. And we built into it. Very low risk strategy we're using here. We're building into our long while we're raising our stop loss. Probably one of the lowest risk strategies that I have. Okay, we're approaching my target on the 4-hour. My target is this doji. Around 11,400. We're going to see how it reacts. We're approaching my target. We'll see how it reacts. The hourly trend has been broken. 41 minutes until close, though. Not getting a lot of buy volume. Not yet. Here we go. It needs to pick up. Let's take a look at Bookmap, see what it looks like. Big walls at 11.3. Got some more walls at 11.4. Tons of walls coming in above price. Once this candle closes, I'm going to raise my stop loss to below this candle. Actually, that might be a little tight. I'm going to raise it to like 11,000, probably 20-ish. Like down here where the cross is. 3 seconds until close. Okay, this is a good candle. I'm going to raise my stop loss to 11,020 or 11,120. This is why I raised my stop loss to protect against a fake out. Protect against a failure. It's also a 2% trail, so I don't want to give up too much. Don't want to give up too much. Big failure coming in here. Paradigm, I don't think that number can get maxed out. I don't think it's possible. Because as that number grows, your account balance grows. Because you're trading on cross, so you're using your profits as your position margin. So as your profits grow, that bar will grow, but I don't think it's possible for it to grow fully, you know what I mean? I could be wrong, but... Did this any? No, it didn't replace the Momo. No. The only reason I don't have the Momo on my chart is because there's a pine bug that if you have two indicators that color candles on the same chart, it bugs out your chart. The Momo is on all of my other charts. The Momo is literally on all 3 of my charts. So what I'm going to have to do is when I release this new indicator, I'm going to have to release a patch for the Momo that takes away the candle coloring. I know it's going to piss off a lot of you guys who like the candle coloring, but sadly, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do physically. It's a pine bug that's been around for a long time, and there's just no way to fix it. Unless Pine wants to fucking step up and fix their problem, I have to take away the candle coloring on the Momo. I can Seraphic, but that's a massive headache for just such a small thing. What I'm going to do, Seraphic, is I need to talk to Gyro and see if this is possible. I'm going to switch the candle coloring on the Momo to background colors. It's not going to look as pretty, but it's going to be better than nothing. Yeah, like the squeeze, exactly. So we're going to try to use background colors or symbols. We'll see what people like. I think the majority of people who use the Momo don't use the candle colors, because the candle colors can be a little distracting. I don't use the candle colors when I use the Momo. Exactly, Paradigm. That's why I don't use them either. They mess with your bias. Exactly. They definitely mess with your bias. The main reason there are candle colors is for back testing. They're not there for live trading. They're mainly there for back testing. So I don't think many people will mind when I take away the candle colors. And if they do, I'm gonna put in a replacement, as long as it doesn't mess with the new indicator. Very close to my target here. If in an uptrend, do you set sells in advance or wait for reaction at specific levels and then decide whether... It depends on what strategy I'm using and like how I... It's very intuitive. It's very intuitive, so it's hard for me to give you an answer. Sometimes I set them in advance. If I think it's a level that's going to get hit and then like instantly rejected, I'll set it in advance. If I think it's a level where it's like, it could probably break through that level and go up a little bit, you know what I mean? I'll hold on to it a little longer. So it's very intuitive. So for example, right now, this is a pretty strong level, but this is a very strong move. So I think we'll be able to get through this level maybe a few $100s. So I'm going to not set my target in advance, and we're going to see how we react to these dojis. But so far right now, we're already seeing a little bit of resistance. But yeah, it's very intuitive. Is Bitcoin all you're trading? No, I'm trading basically anything on MEX, and I'm also getting into options trading as well, and I'm getting back into equities. Looking really good. You got a green trend shift on the 15. You're pulling back. You're neutral on the 30. You're still red on the 1 hour. You have a pivot coming in on the 5 minute. This is your first pivot on the way up. We probably will see a pullback here. Paradigm, I don't use trade aggregators like that. So I probably won't be using Cheddar Flow. It's good to look at, but I've never been a guy who uses like trade aggregators. They mess with my bias too much. In my opinion, the Bulls want a new all-time high. Of course they do. Retail is desperate to buy dumps, 100%. But retail needs to understand that this is a very bad candle. It's hard to see the wick because I drew my line here, but this whole thing is a wick, basically. Alright, we're probably going to finally get stopped out here. So we didn't make it to our target, but we're still going to net a nice little profit here. We'll see how it goes. Oh, we're actually getting bought up a little bit. No strong delta though, so not too much. Yep. There was no delta there, so we fell down. We're about to get stopped out. Oof. Got really close. What's the low there? $30, or no, not even. $13 away from our stop loss. $13 away. See if we can bounce. Looks like it's still getting rejected. Yeah, we're gonna get stopped here. We're gonna get stopped here. There's no buyers coming in. So when you see when you're looking at order flow and you see something like this, you see a lot of volume coming in at this low. When it comes back to that low, you don't see a lot of volume coming in. So it tells you that that low is being taken. Yeah, we just got stopped out. Okay, we got stopped. We made a little over 3% of the account. Not bad. We were up about 5%, so we gave away some profit. We gave away some profit. Now the question is, do we flip short here, or do we just let it do its thing? That is the real question. Sorry, I was updating my thing in Discord. I've been keeping a log of all my trades in Discord. Basically a public journal. This could have been a little stop run. We'll see how it reacts. I didn't have to do a lot of thinking here on this trade. This trade was very easy because of this indicator. We had green candles all the way up. I basically added on either every breakout or every pullback. So as long as we had green candles and we were above the trend, we were breaking through pivots, I basically added the entire way up. And that's why I designed this indicator, to make it very easy to follow trends and to just add while your trend is continuing. Do you guys have any questions about the new indicator at this point, or is it pretty clear? I made this indicator because I wanted something as easy to understand as possible. Like, I literally made the candle colors and the drawings as easy as they get. I hope I did it justice. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you hold this trail here, it's giving you a buy the dip. But you have to be careful on this one because you have a strong sell-off and you're below a trend. And it's only a 5-minute buy the dip. It's not too high of a time frame. But you did just get a buy the dip around 11:35. We'll see how it plays out. This 30-minute is rejecting the trail. You can see the trails coming in here. This 30-minute is rejecting it. So the reason that this 30-minute didn't give you a sell the high or a sell the pullback is because we broke through the trail. So for it to give you a sell the pullback, it has to be based on a wick, not a close. I have a question. How can you lock our chart drawing permanently? What do you mean? Not sure what you mean by that. The hourly's looking pretty bad. Looking pretty bad for the bulls. Not a whole lot of sell volume though. So I wouldn't jump in this on a short just yet. But it's not looking too good. Like, whatever you draw on the chart, I want, even if I move my chart to backward or forward, it must stay as it is. It should do that automatically. Like, I'm moving my chart right now, it's staying. It should do that automatically. If you're talking about like text or something like that, you have to use the anchored text. Like, is that what you mean? Like, I anchored this to like this part of my screen, and now if I move it, it stays. There's also an anchored note. So you can do like a little note and it will stay there. I think that's what you mean. What else do we have? I think that's about it. I think the flags might stay. Let's see. Oh no, the flags don't stay. The flags stay wherever you put them. God damn it. I hate that I can't move these around. We'll see if we can maintain the 382 here. Massive sell zone here around like 12,000 to 12,600. You're going to see a lot of resistance around that area. How to get rid of the sell buy stuff? Not sure what you're referring to. Oh, are you talking about on TradingView? I think I know what you're talking about. Oops, how do I get out of full screen? God damn it. Are you talking about this stuff? The trading stuff? You just go to the trading thing. Daily closing 19. Yeah, but I'm getting ready to get off here. It's been a long stream. Almost 2.5 hours. I would like to keep going, guys, but it's been a really long stream. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do. I think I'm gonna call it on that. Had a nice live trade. Hopefully you guys were able to follow and make some money or take notes on how we handled that. I'm out of my long, so we're currently flat. I would like to still be in my long, but I'm not going to give up too much profit. I'm not going to hold longs very, very long term because our midterm right here is very bearish, so you want to be careful. But yeah, if I take any other trades, I'll be letting you guys know. Currently, we are sitting all of my entire Binance account is still tethered. If I re-enter on Binance, I'll let you guys know on Twitter. If I take any other trades, I'll let you guys know what's going on. But alright, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. as always. Hope you guys are there. Catch you guys around. See you later.